Mechanics, the mechanical motion, the angular momentum, the rotation of wheel, revolving of fan, these all comes under the field of mechanics. Hello everyone, this is Dr. Rahul Srivastava, Assistant Professor, Department of Physics, Bhopal School of Social Sciences, Bhopal. And from today onwards, we are going to start our lecture series on the mechanics. This is actually a field which defines the material is having number of particles, a system of many particles. They are continuously moving, they are continuously rotating, revolving, spinning, a lot of things. So, this creates some force on these particles, and because of this collective force, we are having the resultant motion or the mechanical work. So, this lecture series actually devoted to the analysis of multiple forces that is acting upon multiple particles or a system with many particles, and this lecture series is completely devoted to these mechanics and mechanical work. This particular lecture we are starting with the contribution of various Indian scientists and scholars in the field of mechanics. So, that this lecture is dedicated to the mechanics in the context of India and Indian culture. Let me start with the words of great scientist Albert Einstein about the Indians, that we must owe or respect a lot to the Indians who taught us how to count, without which most modern scientific discoveries could have been impossible. So, the amount of work that has been done by Indian scientists in the past history and in the current scenario is completely dedicated or completely a good fruitful work for the current scenario, current technology, current work in the field of physics, chemistry, mathematics we are having. So, he said that the counting that has been started with the Aryabhata's zero, this is because we must owe, all the world must owe a lot to the Indians about the various research they have given to us. So, I am starting with our contribution of scientists, academics, scholars in the field of mechanics, physics, chemistry, mathematics, science, mechanical science, medical science, and a lot. We cannot classified that specific field that Indians have done well. In all the field, in all the work has been done in the field of science, arts, commerce, multiple place, the Indians have done great, and this is given the fruitful and the resultant work for us. So, we can understand the tradition of science on Indian soil, that how much work Indians have done in the in this particular country in two ways. First one, we can read all the ancient script like Veds, Purans that has been written a lot years back. We can study them, we can read them, and we can understand the contribution of Indians in this field. Then after, we can also follow, or we can also understand the life cycle of various researchers, that the contribution they have given during their whole life. So, we must learn about these great Indian scientists. For example, the first great researcher I am taking, Maharishi Baudhayana. Do you remember the person who developed the Pythagoras theorem? And we are having Indian scientist 1000 years before the born of Pythagoras who developed the Pythagoras theorem. These all scripts has been given by various rishis and researchers and scientists of India in the Pythagoras theorem regarding the angles, regarding the theories of Pythagoras in the mathematics and in the mathematical physics. So, this is what the Maharishi Baudhayana, who developed this theorem during this life cycle around 800 BC to 740 BC, and he has given the concept of Pythagoras in very interactive and informative manner. Then after Aryabhata, we all know, there is no need to give introduction to him, because he is the one who developed zero, defined zero, and without zero we cannot imagine the mathematics. I think we all know that mathematics always starts with the zero and finish on some values. Also the value pi, you know, the pi mathematics, it is actually not dedicated to mathematics, it is actually using in everywhere. In mathematical physics we use, in chemistry we use, in science we use, in medical science we use, in everywhere. The value of pi, the approximate and exact value of pi has been given by Aryabhata, that is 3.1422 by 7. Also the triangle, area of triangle, that also given by Aryabhata. We all know that Aryabhata has developed the zero, but also many other things he has been developed. So we must know about. So that's why I am saying that we must know about the Indian scientists and Indian ascenters who have developed many theory, many concepts in the field of science. So Aryabhata in its life cycle around 476 AD to 550 AD developed multiple things regarding the mathematical physics. Now, I am going in deep towards the Varahamihira, that is 499 AD to 587 AD, the life cycle of him, and he has developed Panch Siddhantika. Panch Siddhantika, it is like a textbook or the proper reference book of astrophysics and astronomy. Whatever the astrophysics and astronomy has been developed right now, this is one of the pioneer book, one of the pillar, one of the basement of this field, astrophysics and astronomy. And also he has developed or wrote a book that is known as the Brihat Samhita. Unfortunately, these books has been lost, whether due to some conditions. So we are not having the raw or the actual copy that he has written, but some part that we have found, and it is very interesting facts. He know much before that we are knowing at this time. So he was born in 499 AD in the village called Kapitha, a village near Ujjain, right now Ujjain in Madhya Pradesh, a village near Ujjain, that is Kapitha. He was born in Brahman's family, and his father Aditya Das was the worshipper of sun god, and he is the one who give the interest to Varahamihira about the astronomy and astrophysics. So this is the one incident he started following the astronomy and astrophysics. And another incident that he met Aryabhata in Patna. Right now Bihar, the capital Patna, Bihar's capital Patna, and the name on this particular time was Kusumpara. He met in Kusumpara with Aryabhata, and this meeting made him to be go in the field of astronomy as a lifetime pursuit. Then after he decided to go for the astronomy and astrophysics, and multiple theories, multiple books he has developed. For example, the Samhita we have discussed right now, and he was one of the 9 gems of the court of Gupta king Chandragupta Vikramaditya II. He was a learned scholar. He generally was not a blind believer in whatever the written. He was a kind of practical person who always tried to understand, develop his theory, and try to prove practically in it. And his great contribution follows first one that he discovered, and the first person who said that the earth is having a spherical shape. Before that, multiple theories, multiple researchers has given that earth is having square shape, earth is having that shape. That he is the first one who said that the earth is having spherical, just like a ball shape. And right now we can see it. So he was very much, he was aware this fact very much before that we are knowing right now. Also, he has wrote a great book of astronomy, astrophysics, that is Panch Siddhantika. I have already told to you. Then also he said that the moon and other planets, they are continuously illustrating, they are continuously providing lights to it, having some spark. So it is not due to their light. It is because of the light that is coming from the sun. We all know that moon is not having moon is not having its own light, and the other planets also not having the light. They are just a reflector. They are reflecting coming light from the sun, reflecting towards the earth. So we are seeing that a brighter stars there in the sky. So he was the first one who proposed that, or he proved that a light is coming from the moon and other planets is not their own light. It is just a reflection of from the sun. Also important contribution he has given the Brihat Samhita, and it is giving the multiple astronomical concepts he has. So this is all about the Varahamihira. Now I am going towards the Vikram Sarabhai. We all know that Vikram Sarabhai, the great scientist, the father of India in space program, because he has developed, established, and grow the Indian Space Research Organization. Right now we have reached towards the Mars, and recently we launched Chandrayaan-2. These all are the facts, and these all are the greatness of ISRO, and these all because of the Vikram Sarabhai. So his life cycle about he was born on 12th August 1999, the Vikram Ambalal Sarabhai in Ahmedabad, Gujarat. After completing his matriculation, he went to Cambridge for his higher college education. Then after he returned back to India and joined Professor C.V. Raman as a research scholar in the Indian Institute of Science, IIS. He completed his research paper, first research paper entitled as Time Distribution of Cosmic Ray, and completed his PhD in 1947, and multiple research paper about the astronomy, space physics, space, he has published multiple research on it. So, because of his contribution in the field of space, he is considered as the father of Indian space program or Indian space program, because he has developed multiple missiles, multiple space rockets in the Indian Space Research Organization, and he convinced the government of India to develop a proper organization and fund, got the fund, a huge fund for developing it, and he is that's why considered as the father of Indian Space Research Program. For his great contribution and achievement in the field of space and science, collectively now it is known as the space science, and he got Padma Vibhushan and Padma Bhushan conferred from Government of India for his greatness. Multiple institute that we all know that Vikram Sarabhai has been established, and somewhere he was the part of it, sometimes as a chairman, sometimes as a scientist, and but he is considered as the basement, the base for these institute, and right now they all are dedicated to him. That is the Physical Research Laboratory, PRL, Ahmedabad, one of the great research lab we are having in India right now. Multiple research topics are and fields are going there. Then after Indian Institute of Management, IIM, Ahmedabad. So he is not only dedicated to the science, he has also developed the management and other institute related to subject apart from science. Also Community Space Center, Ahmedabad, multiple community persons meeting there, multiple research work is going there, and also the Vikram Sarabhai Space Center right now, Thiruvananthapuram, the place where we launch our rocket, where we send our rockets to the orbits towards the multiple planets, Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, Thiruvananthapuram, and many more. I am actually giving the highlights of. So this is all about the greatness of Indian scientists. There is a huge list of scientists that are having contribution, but I took 4 because they are related to the field of mechanics, mathematical physics, and astronomy and astrophysics. So for today's lecture, this is Dr. Rahul Srivastava from BSS Bhopal. Thank you so much.